this is a really important question for you to answer, because this is something every Republican, including those who are running against you for the nomination, are being asked about, is would you sign a federal abortion ban into law?
And many of them are going to give you the same answer as I am. First of all, I am honored to have done what I did. And a lot of people said, in 150 years, he's now the most consequential president because he saved so many lives. And I'm honored to have done it.
The life of the mother.
And because of what I've done, we now have a great negotiating ability. That's what I do in life. I negotiate. We have a great negotiating ability, and I think we're going to be able to get something done.
What do you mean negotiating ability? Because the question that Republicans have, and some of your allies on Capitol Hill say that they want to introduce legislation when it comes to banning abortion. If they send it to your desk, would you sign it?
Some people are at 6 weeks. Some people are at 3 weeks,
where's
2
President
weeks.
Trump?
President Trump is going to make a determination what he thinks is great for the country and what's fair for the country. But the fact that I was able to terminate Roe v. Wade after 50 years of trying, they worked for 50 years. I've never seen anything like it. They worked, and I was so honored to have done it. We are in a very good negotiating position right now, only because of what I was able to do. And remember this,
she's trying to make
you talk about radicalism. People that will kill a baby in the 9th month or the 8th month or the 7th month or after the baby is born, they're the radicals, not the pro-life.
I just want to give you...
But that's how low the bar is.
I want to give you one more chance, though, because you did not answer whether or not you'd sign
this
a federal
guy's
abortion
evil
ban,
because he won't let you kill your baby.
How many weeks into pregnancy
Maybe.
you believe abortion should be banned?
Yeah, but I've
Can you answer either of those
given you
tonight?
the answer probably 4 times already.
Which one
I'm
is it,
looking,
though?
I'm looking at a solution that's going to work. Very complex issue for the country.
He hates women.
You have people on both sides of an issue. But we are now in a very strong position. Pro-life people are in a strong position to make a deal that's going to be good and going to be satisfactory for them. If you weren't able to get rid of, you wouldn't even be having a discussion, if you weren't able to get rid of Roe v. Wade, which put pro-life in a dead position, a horrible position. They could kill the baby at any time they wanted to, but we did something that nobody thought was doable. And other Republican presidents, and others, by the way, they wanted to get it out. They also wanted to bring it back to the states, but bringing it back to the states is a less important issue than the issue that we just talked about.
But that's why it's the question about a federal abortion ban. You did not say yes or no to that. You did not say how many weeks.
It depends what the deal is. Lindsey Graham's
you did not say
a
how
good
many
man.
weeks.
He's got an idea, and a lot of
Lindsey
other people
Graham
have
is
an
a
idea.
good man.
And I look at all the...
Dude, that's a ridiculous statement.
I'll make the right decision.
On that. President Trump, we've got more questions to come for you tonight.
Finally a
right
commercial.
Back in just a moment.
Wow. All right, let's go 30 seconds each. What I wanted to say before, guys, was just that I think everybody in the U.S. needs to understand that the fact that there's no voter ID, which is something they touched on really early, is actually really insane. Just want to throw that out there. It's so easy to do. You can sign up, you can register online, and then when you go to the voting place, you just show either your registration card, you can show a bill that matches your ID on your address. There's like a bunch of different ways, and then you give it to the nice old lady. She gives you the tiny pencil that's useless in all other parts of life, and you put an X on who you want to vote for, and then that's it. And what did you guys want to talk about? Eric, you go first.
Well, I just think it's hilarious that in this most recent clip, her position now is that we are trying to turn this man into a bad guy because he will not answer the question on when you are going to be allowed to get rid of your baby. I mean, that's how low the bar has gotten. And every single question, okay, maybe there was 1 or 2 that weren't completely left wing, but let's keep in mind that this man was removed off social media. That's how scared. Did anything he say in that 30 minutes or however long we've been watching, was any of that scary enough that it should not be online? I mean, I can go on Twitter right now and look up Babe the Pig Boy. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but there's a whole sect of people that's on Twitter that they have free for all. So this is the man that's so scary. And look, we can have a lot of problems with him. Nobody's perfect. I'm not sitting here and saying that this guy's perfect, obviously, but it's very clear that their agenda, even now under this new management, is to like, oh, they claim is to be a little bit more center or a little bit more organic or a little whatever it is. It's all completely fake. They've just put another Band-Aid on it. They put another another facade on top of it. So now we're pretending even harder that we're going to shoot it straight. And obviously they're not, because this woman is very mad that he won't answer the question of when you get to bend the baby.
Kaylin Collins is terrible. Rob, what's on your mind?
So I agree with everything that he said in that, in so far, like pretty much everything that he said. But my thing is, it's just like, why would he do that with CNN? And this is what I'm going to say is, no one that's still watching CNN at this point, he could say all the perfect things. He could be right about everything. He could unify the country in his speeches, whatever. But there's no one that's still watching that program that's going to be swayed. I just feel like instead of elevating CNN and boosting their ratings, he should have elevated a real network, instead of CNN. And I just don't think that doing this was the right move when there's other networks out there that he could have given a much bigger platform.
And they're going to, to that point though, that they are going to do some very clever editing in the next few days here to make whatever he said that we can watch in full seems normal, seems legit, but it only takes them a couple minutes to chop it up into little tiny pieces and make him look completely crazy, even as they're pretending that they're going to shoot it down the middle now.
100%.
Well, I think that's what they're doing with the questions there, and the chyron to the bottom is they're setting up each one of those questions so that they can get a no from him. Will you ban do federal ban on abortion? No. Will you support abortion? No. Will you also will you do a gun ban of some kind, a rollback of gun laws in some way? No. So they're putting all these questions up so they can clip each one of them and show to people, hey, these are the important issues you guys care about, and Trump isn't going to side with you on abortion, on gun laws, on anything like that. And I think that's what it is. I think they're saving themselves some editing time, really.